Yo guys, I gotta as you can see, I'm driving and I'm pissed because the thing that I set my phone in that normally allows me to be hands-free is broken. And so I have some stuff on my mind I have to get out, and this is the only way it can be done. Sure, I could go park off in a parking lot and be safe with it, but today we're gonna take a risk because I don't got time to pull over, and sometimes it be like that. I'm holding the phone low so I don't get caught. It be like that. I do not encourage this at all. Do not have your phone out and tell a story while you're driving. But sometimes at my age, I got no other choice. I want to tell you guys something, man. Today I saw a post, and we're going to keep it brief because I don't want to be doing this a whole long time. I'm on the road, and I do take it very seriously. I saw somebody post today a journey of how they got to success. And success for them was signing a record deal with a major label. And my heart was conflicted, right? Because in one hand, I was really happy that that person told their story. They didn't just give you a generalized thing. They took you step by step. Here's where I was in life. Here's how I got by financially. Here's where my goals were at. Here's where my head was at. Here are the things I had to sacrifice to do to get to where I am now. But the part of it that sucked for me is that when you added up the time of that person's struggle, it was like a year or two. Now imagine if I don't care what age you are, high school, college, you're early in the workplace, you're 35 like me and you've been working forever. Imagine me going up to you and saying, hey, listen, you're just about a year or two away from massive success. Most people that I roll with and that I know could thug that out and get to that real easy. I'm not knocking this person's struggle, but I tell people a lot of times, man, don't be upset if you don't make it overnight, because almost everybody doesn't. And when I say make it, I mean reach those really big goals. Someone signing a record deal with a major label is a low percentage thing. It's very rare. There's so many factors. Some people sign overnight. Some people take a lifetime to get a record deal. Let's take it out of the music for a second. Most people don't accomplish their dreams. So to even have a vision for something that takes a significant amount of work and accomplish it is an absolute blessing. And it takes a serious amount of will and work ethic and determination and not looking sexy, just grinding it out. But nonetheless, to be a person that envisions something that takes a lot of commitment to achieve, and a lot of hard work and a lot of creativity and a lot of going against adversity, the quality and teachability of that journey, you really get to see. I'm trying to say this in a way that isn't circumstantial. The quality of the individual and the amount of character that is shown and the amount of teachability from that moment is in direct correlation with the size of the goal and the type, amount, and frequency of struggle that took place to get to it. So when I see somebody that had blood, sweat, and tears and depression and crazy nights and crazy stories for a year and a half, you can't really teach the formula for how to get out of that to somebody who's been in the struggle for 5 years. Unless you have real concrete stuff. And even at that point, it's going to be hard to sell anybody on, because it's going to look like you just got a handout. Like you were basically struggling your butt off and somebody came along and rescued you from your struggle. You didn't rescue yourself. Now, there's a lesson in determination for opportunities to come into your life. So I'm not scratching or docking anybody who had that type of come up. But I want to be somebody who has a come up that's lifelong and that I can replicate and teach to anybody. Male, female, 8-year-old, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, jobless, somebody who's been in a career for 20 years. I want something that's life-proof. I don't want the struggle that's 1 year long. Because 1 year can only build so much character, so much experience, so much quality, so much determination, so much will. You couldn't possibly be equipped for life with a come up that only lasted a couple years. Now, are there people who actually develop the skills and put in the work and get rewarded for that hard work and have something teachable to the public? Absolutely. But is that the person I want to listen to? Very, 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 very rarely. Because most of the time, it's a handout come up. It might come from real grind and struggle, but you got rescued from the struggle. You didn't get out the struggle. And again, no disrespect, but some of you guys who have been on the grind forever just need to lock in and see your dreams come true. I'm still on my journey, but I have too many visions. That's my problem. There were some visions I had in my teenage years that I saw to fruition. I put my pedal to the metal and I got through. And I experienced success as far as how that's defined for me. But there's some things that have taken me 20 years and I'm still chasing them. Still trying to figure out what took me so long, what I can do differently, getting advice from other people so I can get out of my bubble, so I can see real perspective on if I just didn't accomplish that goal because I'm missing something. Or seeing what God has for me and submitting myself to God's plan. And there's stuff that's taken me 5 years or 10 years. The point is I'm married to the process of individual change, taking risks, waking up for a long period of time. I'm doing this till I die. Now, when it's all said and done, the glory of God is the most important thing to me. I don't always count success on money and opportunities and people I change. This is a soul battle, right? When I die, whose lives did I affect? What did I do with this time God gave me? My will or His will be done? Who knows the gospel? How much I live my life in direct correlation with how I've been impacted by the gospel? How many people did I tell about the Lord? How hard did I get up every day and work for my family? How did I steward my finances? How did I deal with my friendships? How did I deal with people of the world? How did I deal with people who didn't know God? How did I deal with the church? How did I participate? How active and intentional was I? How obedient was I? Stuff like that. That's success. Because when you die and stand before the Creator, that's what He's measuring. Now, granted, none of that in and of itself is a ticket to heaven. Jesus Christ is the ticket, the way and the life. He is the ticket, and He is the abundant life that's available to anybody right now before we experience Him in His fullness and get the ultimate, the real package deal when we see Him face to face for an eternity, where we are no longer bound by sin and time and the human body in the human experience. But yeah, man, if you have a struggle that feels lifelong, just know that character is being made if you choose to be intentional and hardworking and relentless. And even if you get to that point, at the end of the day, what would God say about that? See, it's not just enough. Hold on, I got a car here blocking me off. It's not just enough to arrive at the point to where you're married to the struggle and living an intentional life of self-reflection and hard work and sacrifice. Even to somebody who's had a 20-year struggle and all that good stuff. Hold on, I'm driving, so you know I gotta focus. Even if you got to the point where you mastered self, or you're in the process of mastering self and being relentless and really going all in, even that apart from God means absolutely nothing. Which is why the odds are stacked against you, because not many people get to self-awareness and intentional living and character development and relentless work ethic. So even when you get to that, a lot of people think they made it. What'd you do with God's time? We're on borrowed time. What did you do for Him? How did you obey Him? How did you share the news of Him to other people? When you have that, and that is the lifeblood behind everything that I just spoke about, now you're achieving something. Now you're living with the only purpose. Now you're living in real joy, not temporary joy. Now you're being transformed from the inside out, from the heart to the body to the mind to life itself. I hope that was encouraging and not discouraging. And I know that in 12 minutes, which is what I'm hitting here on the marker, a lot of things were not unpacked, but I'm driving right now. So I hope that this was a blessing for you, and I hope you guys have a great day.